Two groups of AML-60s tie up the base's fire so helicopters and planes can eliminate the troops in front of the base. Then all players fill the apron of the base with their cannon fodder. The entire alliance attacks. The attentive viewer will have noticed that in the previous video, the attacked player UKFORCE was still one of our most active combatants. And now we attacked one of his bases? What had happened there? After the attack on BARONNOIR failed, we called all players together for another joint attack. The goal was, this time the attack must not fail, because everyone would take part in it. But BARONNOIR also blew up his base, and so it happened that we had never been able to successfully capture a level 12 base on this map. Our player UKFORCE then sent me a personal message that this map needed more resistance and left the alliance. Knowing our weak players, he was able to take more bases immediately. It was time to counter this quickly. We first captured all the other bases on this map and then concentrated fully on UKFORCE. So on November 19th, we all attacked his airport base in the north together. Level 10, 30 defense towers, flag, and the attacked player was online to defend himself. Once again, you can see how much cannon fodder the alliance had produced. Would it be enough this time? Or would the attack on such a high-end base fail again because we ran out of material in the middle of the attack? This time, even short interruptions in the battle would lead to defeat, because the attacked player would then rebuild the defense towers at an accelerated pace. UKFORCE actually started rebuilding as soon as the first defense tower fell. This made it clear that we would have to destroy far more than just 30 defense towers to succeed. This time we not only had significantly more cannon fodder, but also slightly more base killers. The combination of more damage plus more supply was going to make the difference. When the first row of 10 defense towers fell, we still had a decent number of cannon fodder this time. And I wasn't the only player rebuilding on the fly. With such long battles, you can still produce quite a bit. Unfortunately, UKFORCE was also able to reproduce. At that time he had finished the first replicated defense tower. That meant the battle already ran more than 16 minutes, and the next defense tower would have a much shorter construction time. A rule of thumb says that you need as much cannon fodder for the first 10 defense towers as for the last 20. Once again, the battle dragged on endlessly. In the process, the supply of cannon fodder kept thinning out. Soon, the first group of LAR 160s came into action. These tanks have a short production time, and so they were my first choice for reproduction in the ongoing battle. Fortunately, more and more players were bringing their cannon fodder into the battle. About the time the second row of defense towers was destroyed, the second replica defense tower was complete. But by now the base was doing only a third of the damage it did at the beginning. Slowly we became more confident, although large numbers of our prepared cannon fodder had already disappeared. When only a few defense towers were left, but the apron of the base was still full, I think even UKFORCE slowly realized that this attack would be successful. Alone with what was in the front of the base would now fall, even if we did not move anything. It was just a question of whether the ongoing construction of the third replacement defense tower would be completed before the base fell. In this already hopeless situation for the defender, our player Pecco then came up with the absolute hammer. 18 Vulcan bombers. Not only did they do a lot of damage, but they were also very solid cannon fodder. This destroyed the base well before the new defense tower was completed. More than that, it demoralized UKFORCE so much that he hardly put up any resistance on the following evenings and ended up blowing up his last bases himself. Thus, shortly thereafter, we had only one base left to capture from an inactive player, and one last remaining enemy home base was demonstratively surrounded. The alliance of many non-gold players plus a few gold players had not only survived a deserting member, but had taken the map in record-breaking time. Then it was done. The map was ours, completely. This was immediately reflected in the Alliance rankings. The Community-Projekt proved how much even non-gold players can achieve if they play together as a team.